Main Morning Show. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. Sitting at home when you're in your car. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. No matter if you get far. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. You better tune in quick or you might just miss. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. The best show this side of the sea. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. 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 Sitting at home when you're in your car. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. No matter if you get far. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. You better tune in quick or you might just miss. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. The best show this side of the sea. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. 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 It's the Mac Man Morning Show.
And good morning to everybody. Good Wednesday morning to you. This is the Mac Man Morning Show. I'm James Mack, your host. And I'd like to say good morning to all of you. Welcome to the Mac Man Morning Show. We are here and we are happy to be here. This is another day that we have, and it is beautiful. The weather is even beautiful here in this region. And we just like to say to you that we welcome you, we welcome you, we welcome you to our show. Good morning to everyone that is listening on WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. We'd like to thank you for being with us. Also, our YouTube listeners and viewers, we'd like to thank you. Like to say good morning to everyone that is listening and that's in the chat. We hope that you're doing well on this morning. I'm here with our chief correspondent. I said what I said. I don't know what happened last night. It wasn't a bad debate or anything like that. It was just that we know that the Republican vice presidential candidate got a little nervous there. I said what I said when they were checking him about the things that were going on. Like, say good morning to you, ma'am. Good morning.
Well, good morning, James, and good morning to everyone in the chat and to all of our listening audience. And you're absolutely right. He was a little nervous last night.
What's wrong with her? What's wrong with her? We like to say good morning to our wonderful panel. Brother Lee is on his way. Of course, y'all know he's getting himself together, and we will have him here shortly. I'm gonna do a little something. I'm going to get this weather. Let me get this weather out of the way. Let me say good morning to all of you. We have great and wonderful news to add from our announcement. I got some stuff we're going to simply go over. I want to get out the forecast for today if I can. Wow, it is just remarkable. Weather outside, which I mean, it must be really nice. I'd like to say hello to all of you that are here for your football homecoming, your school homecomings. It's football too. They like it. They come to see their teams, their high school teams. There are a lot of reunions and a lot of homecomings that are coming this weekend. And I think that the weather is going to cooperate with you. Will cooperate with you this weekend. It is just simply wonderful outside. Behind our latest cold front that they said that we had that came in last night, a mostly pleasant start to our day this morning. We're in the low to the mid 50s. Y'all know it's a little bit cooler this morning. Y'all might need your jacket or your sweater as you go on because the mornings are going to be like that. We're in fall. It's going to be mostly sunny and nice today, highs in the upper 70s with the north wind, keeping the air dry and comfortable. A slow warm up is going to gradually approach us this weekend. It's going to warm up a little bit towards the weekend. Another cold front is approaching our region, and it'll arrive late this weekend, and will pack an even bigger punch, cooling us down for the next week. So let's just prepare ourselves, but let's enjoy this beautiful week. Right now in Como, it is 57, in South Haven and Olive Branch is 56, and it's 57 at the world's greatest radio station this side of the Mississippi, WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial in Holly Springs, Mississippi. Yes, yes, yes. It's wonderful. Good morning to all of you. Listen, I, for one, last night thought that I thought that it was interesting. This debate that happened. I'm so glad that the Mr. Waltz did really wonderful. Mr. Vance was under some pressure and didn't want to answer the question, so it was a back and forth type of a thing. I didn't even want to put highlights of the debate on because it really did not that it didn't interest me, but it was no real big takeaways from it other than I think everybody just held their positions, and I just guess they held their positions last night. I said what I said. It wasn't really much. Nobody fought. I didn't see no. I didn't look at all of the coverage, but I saw what I did see. The coverage that I did see, I found out that it was just everybody held their own. What did you think about last night? I want to get some more perspective from you. I said what I said before I get into
Okay.
this other stuff.
Well, James, I totally agree. We didn't really learn anything new. Um, it was very dry and boring. But somebody told me that when I said that the debate was boring, they told me, they said, well, we're just used to Trump shooting fireworks at these debates, and really this is how a debate's supposed to go, and we're so used to him just gaslighting and telling so many lies and doing all the things that Trump do. And it is kind of entertaining, even though he's up there spewing uh, disinformation and lies and doing all his little shenanigans. And I think we're just used to that type of debate. But JD was up there lying, and he was lying politely. He was being politely, but he was lying, and I didn't hear him answer too many questions. He was just trying to skirt around a lot of the questions. That's what I took from it. Now, Tim Walz did have a lot of answers to his questions. He had a lot of policy that he was spewing out, but Vance was, really just kind of running away from the questions and trying to blame Kamala Harris for everything. I think he said her name about 36 times so that people would know, she's making all the bad policies, even though she's not the president right now. I don't even believe I heard Joe Biden name at all last night. None whatsoever. Are you still with us, James?
They stuck to the script that he had. Don't say nothing. Keep your mouth closed and do what we tell you to do. And that's all that it was. It was. We're gonna talk about it a little bit more down the road. But listen, folks, get yourselves together. Get your voter registration in order. Right now in the state of Mississippi and around the country, they're doing absentee voting and they're doing early voting. If you have a question about your voter status, go to vote.gov, I think it is. You can check on your registration, the national registration, if you can put that up for me. Um, vote.org, you can go there and gov rather, not org. And you can go and check your status. It was hilarious in a sense because everybody seemed like they were tired last night, including me. But it wasn't any kind of surprises or anything that was kept. Listen, folks, the choices are clear and you make your own informed decisions. I'm praying that you all get out and that you vote. You're hearing this all the time. And, um, yeah, you get nervous sometimes. I mean, you're in the bigger arena and things like that. I don't think that a debate, even though the debate between Joe Biden and by President Biden and Donald Trump um, was a complete disaster for the president. The after effects was that when Vice President Harris got on the scene, she went right to work. I think that the campaign is going in a good direction. I can't say that for the state of Mississippi. I wanted to talk a little bit about the support and the non support of the Democratic Party. People will say, James, why are you talking about these people? I'll talk about anybody that I feel that is being misused, anybody that's being overlooked, especially in this arena. When you have nominees, no matter what party they're from, that party's nominees uh, can't get through. Uh, I said what I said. If you can contact Brother Lee, he's having some difficulties, and I know that you'll be off. Uh, Out of the studio for a second. If you can assist him, I'll continue. I want to
Okay.
tell everybody about what's going on. Y'all forgive us. We're making some adjustments, and Brother D can't operate his new equipment that he has. He can operate it, but he's just having some problems. So we had to send I said what I said after him, so she can go get uh, her senior contributor so that he can come. Good morning to everybody. Hey, how y'all doing? Y'all doing good? Y'all doing good? Yeah, those questions and the answers that he had gave were kind of vague, and it wasn't that type of a debate that everybody was looking for, the mudslinging and different things that were going on. Rather intelligent answers, rather cordial to each other. Uh, Mr. Vance brought his wife on the stage, and Mr. Waltz brought his wife upon the stage, and they shook hands and spoke, and they were cordial to each other. Trump just does not have a decorum inside of him. He just does not have the will to be decent. He has to always be messy about something, and he's supposed to be the leader of the free country. He's supposed to be the leader of the United States and showing himself as being not as the leader, but he is a statesman of our country, being a former president. Wait a minute, before I go any further, former president that we don't hear a lot about, we don't talk a lot about him, but he made a milestone. It wasn't the Bush, it wasn't Clinton, it wasn't Mr. Obama, it wasn't none of those. It was President Jimmy Carter has turned 100 years old. Yes, he's in hospice. He's as comfortable as can be. He's not having any kind of complications or anything. Happy birthday, Mr. President. We do salute you for all that you have done with Habitats for Humanity. There are a lot of people that receive houses and homes because of him. Good morning, Lady T Bug is in the bushes. She's shaking the bushes. It's good to see you. You had a great show on last night. I really did enjoy it. Also, she's a friend of our show, and we're grateful to her for being here with us. Let me see. Okay, I got you back. I think you back. I said what I said. I think you are here. Also, you can shut your camera off. I see your pretty floors. No, that's your walls. You ain't supposed to show your walls on TV. You got to turn your camp. Thank you. You got plenty. Oh, you got. We know you got a clean house. I said what I said. You see my office is horrible. Uh, and when we look at this situation and look at it for what it is worth, as I said, Brother Jimmy Carter, our president, our former president, is 100 years old. Hey, anytime you get past 80 or whatever the case may be, ain't nobody can tell you really nothing past being grown. But I want to salute the former president. He is someone that has he has his Christian values were there. He wasn't as a cutthroat president as some that we know, not meaning cutthroat, but he tried to work out things diplomatically with the Middle East. Of course, we're going to talk a little bit about the situation over in Israel. It is really serious over there. I think it's the Iranians have launched an attack and assault on um, on Israel. We're praying for the people of that region. It's really getting sticky, folks. Also, we're going to be talking. I want to talk a little bit about this strike. I said what I said. I got several pictures and phone calls from people that said that there's no meat on in the shell on the shelves, or certain things are not there. And people, please don't get all bent out of shape thinking that this problem will not be solved. We've been at this point in our country where there's been there's been labor disputes before. I believe that the administration is on top of it. I'm not an advocate for them. I'm not paid by them. I just believe that the steps that are being made by the Department of Labor and others that are involved in the process are taking care of it. And we do have in our chat, we have the link to our show. Y'all come and say good morning. Y'all all shy and everything. I know y'all at work and things. Y'all can't do too many things. But if you'd like to come in inside the chat, you'll see the link and you can come and say good morning to I Said What I Said. Her partner somewhere. He's on his way. Brother Lee's on his way. He's doing a wonderful job with what he's doing. I know he'll be traveling soon. I know that he will be traveling soon. Excuse me, folks. I know that he will be traveling. And all right, Penelope, you at work. We know that everybody's working and doing what they do. And we're just trying to keep an eye on things. Listen, don't get upset about this situation with the longshoremen. They're working it out. I'm looking at the reports, and there's going to be, we believe, and we're praying for an outcome that will help our community and our people. We don't need any kind of distractions. We're living in some weird times. Those of y'all know this, so we got to keep our eyes and our ears open. What do you think about this strike? I said what I said. But this is really getting serious. You notified us, and we want to thank our chief correspondent for notifying us of the situation that's going on, that is going to affect shipping of goods to various places. Give us your analogy just on that. What you think about this? Are they going crazy over there on the longshoremen? What's happening?
Well, James, I'll have to give you that. I'm still trying to assist Lee, and it's really time for us to go to break in a few seconds.
Okay, I'll take care of that. You handle Brother Lee. We're going to do this real quick. We're going to take our first commercial break, and we'll be right back. You listen to the McMahon Morning Show, 92.7 WKRA, 92.7 on your FM dial.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know, get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
America, we are not going back. We are not going back. We are not going back.
I don't know about you, but I'm not going back. If you're not going back, vote Diane Black. Again, if you're not going back, vote Diane Black for U.S. Representative, 1st Congressional District of Mississippi, November 5th, 2024. Vote Diane Black.
Paid for by friends of Diane Black.
First thing first, you know back in middle school when they taught us it was 3 branches of the government. We forgot it when we got older. It's the judicial, the legislative, and executive. But all we know is the executive.
Appearing this Friday on the Mac Man Morning Show.
Freedom in school. I seen a demon in blue. Hard to believe what I see on the news. Body camera wasn't keeping the proof. Is that not the same thing as a news? When a bystander get it on camera, is that not the same thing as the truth? He protected if you weren't.
Make sure you tune in for this exciting interview on the Mac Man Morning Show on WKRA 92.7 FM.
And we're back on the Mac Man Morning Show, WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. We're here live in stereo, whether you got earbuds or what have you. I'd like to say good morning to everyone at WKRA, all of our wonderful listeners, everybody that's there. You're riding along in your cars, your places of business, or wherever you may be. We're glad that you're here. To our YouTube audience, we'd like to welcome you all here. Welcome, Brother Lee is here. Y'all been hollering about Lee. Lee, where's Lee? Brother Lee has made his arrival. He's here. He's already been here. You know, he had to do his thing. And Penelope says that the crickets be out there with him. He out there with the crickets. And let me tell you what I said about you yesterday, Lee. She think I wasn't going to tell on, you her partner. And she said, I feel, she don't talk like this, but this just me making fun of her. She says, my partner, he's not here, just doesn't feel the same without my friend Lee ain't here. So Lee, what you doing I said what I said, make her mad like this, and she be melancholy and stuff. So please say good morning to your chief correspondent, senior contributor, Brother Lee. Say good morning to the chief correspondent. Please let her know that you're here, sir.
Great day, everybody.
Great day.
Great day.
Great day, Lee.
I miss
Great
my
day.
partner, everybody.
There
on
you
that
go.
line.
Watch out.
She's irreplaceable. I like to say that. You too, my brother.
Oh, well, thank you, sir. I said what I said. She quiet now because you'd have made her faint to call the ambulance. And somebody get that church lady with the fan on Sunday morning to fan the folks. The folks get happy and, you fan them. Y'all got to go fan. I said what I said because that's her friend. I'm so glad that they work so wonderfully together. And you're right, Lee. If we continue to do that we do, and do the good job that we're doing. They laughing at you, Lee. Mr. Lee, you've been missed. You got fans and people's. Right. They be looking at me and say, we hear the old man all the time. I ain't no old man, but that's what y'all be trying to slip in and say. But we glad that you're here. We glad that you're here too. I said what I said. We're glad that you're all a part. Listen, I got something else I just want to say, Lee. I want to bring you into this conversation about, I want to hear your views on last night and also what's been happening in our communities, things that you have heard. We're going to bring him in a little bit. Now, let me give I'd like to give not a trigger warning, but let me give this bit of information. It's not triggered. Last night, I received some very pertinent information, and we have friends of our station nationwide. You'd be surprised at who listens to the Mac Man Morning Show. Well, I got notification last night of someone perpetrating a fraud. The 3 people that you see on YouTube, those of you that see and those of you that will see when you get off work You will look at our YouTube replay. You see three people there. You see our chief correspondent. I said what I said. You see Brother Lee, and you see myself. We are the representatives of the McMahon Morning Show. Can I repeat that one more time for the people in the back? We are the broadcast representative. Okay, I got you. I'm listening in my ear too. I got you. I said what I said. There are people that are going around perpetrating the fraud, imitating, uh, being representatives of our news department and the McMahon Morning Show. I have dual responsibilities with WKRA per uh, per our president, that I would handle news things for her, or a news department that they have. I'm a chief correspondent. I have credentials. I'm certified through the station, as well as our others will be. We're preparing them now so that the station, so that they can be issued. The purpose of a credential is, by you being a reporter and you being a member of the press, there it comes with great responsibilities, but it gives you access to things. With the press credential, you are saying to the authorities that you represent a media outlet or a media station. When I was in Chicago, I was cleared before I got there. They had everything prepared for me, everything. I was cleared. The station cleared me, and the Secret Service cleared me because I was a member of the press. If I was a member of the general public, I would not have the access that I have. The problem that I had was that this person is in a setting, a legal setting, and they're saying that they're from the McMahon Morning Show and from WKRA. Now, we're way here in the headquarters of our station is in Holly Springs, Mississippi. That's a little ways from Atlanta. We don't even cover their news cycle unless they send us something through affiliation. So I want to say to you, you see the three people here. So far, thank you, God. Right here, we're where we are. These are our on-air representatives, unless given authorization as guest host or something like that. These are the people that represent this station. I feel like this: if it's 1 or 100 million people that watch us, I have integrity. The station, our production staff, everybody that's involved with the McMahon Morning Show is legitimate. And if you don't hear me say anything about them people that used to be with us, and I wish everybody wonderful speed and all, and I hope and pray that they have a wonderful career. I don't leave, or people, we don't part with any kind of malice in our hearts. We all go on and we move forward. Just move forward. Please don't use the McMahon Morning Show or our wonderful radio station as your props to get over and do the things that you do. Now, I heard several things. I will not mention this person's name because I got respect. They don't have any. I do. I have integrity. They don't. And I'm not dissing, talking about, or anything. I'm just setting the record straight. When it comes down to Mac Media 3 Productions, McMahon Morning Show, or any affiliation dealing with news or information that we're authorized to give out through WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial, is authorized by our president and CEO. That person has no right to do what they did. I just had to let y'all know, if y'all see somebody in those vicinities walking around there saying, I'm from the McMahon Morning Show, you don't look like I said what I said. You don't look like Brother Lee, and it's only one James. You can't look like me. So God broke the mold when he did. All right, back to some news. Brother Lee, I need to hear yesterday. I'm through with that. I ain't going to say no more about that.
James,
yes, go ahead. Yes, ma'am, you can. You sure can. Go ahead.
Can I say good morning to Lee?
Mm-hmm.
You can give me a
Sure.
Yeah. Good
I wasn't
morning,
gonna
Lee.
stop
How
you.
you
I'm
doing
gonna
today?
let you say, wait a minute, hold on. Say, you see how you got her crazy like this because she missed her friend Lee, and you got her snapping at me and everything. Don't be snapping at me. I ain't did nothing to you. I'm just kidding. Go ahead. I said what I said.
Well, it's okay, James. I know how you are. But good morning, Lee. Glad you're
Good.
back. And how are you doing today?
I am fine. Great day to you. You are greatly appreciated all the time, everywhere. So I like to say I'm great as always, in
I hear
all
the
ways.
ambulance coming.
So yeah, good to be here. Great to be here. Uh, Great to be alive.
That's great. I'm glad you're here today. James, you can continue now. Thank you.
We were good, Lee. You go ahead, man. What in the world? I didn't. The debate was not terrible. It wasn't bad or nothing. It just wasn't. Ain't no mudslinging. Ain't nobody scratch eyes out or did anything. Go ahead. Tell us what you thought about the debate. Not saying that. I mean, I think everybody. I think our friend, the Democratic Party, selection for vice president did real well. Tell us what your takeaways from what you observed about this last night.
Well, I thought the debate was how debates should go. I mean, Vance, he lied. I don't think he told the truth one time. Donald Trump has a certain kind of flamboyance when he lies, but it's still the same thing. It's a lie. I think the vice president, the vice president candidate on our side, Democratic, I think he did a very good job. I think it was, he's not Kamala Harris, but who is? He's very good at what he does. He's his own personality. He's his own man. And you can't expect him to be like Kamala because Kamala is Kamala, So she's got her own flair, her own thing to it. And I thought the debates were pretty tame compared to the debates that we see when Mr. Orange Hair get on there and spew all his stuff and talks about aliens and everything like that. We didn't hear about any aliens or any people eating rats or something. So
Oh God. Yeah.
we I guess the people were looking for that kind of stuff going on. They were looking for some outrageous, crazy stuff. Even though the vice president candidate for the Republicans, he's insane himself, but he's kind of new at this thing. But he's a complete liar. He's not new at lying. So that's the thing we got to say. It wasn't going to be. It's a different kind of debate. It's a vice presidential debate. They're talking about being an assistant to the president, and it's a different kind of position, but it's a responsible position because you're next in line. So you can look at, do you want J.D. Vance in charge in case something happens, or do you want him in charge in case something happens? So that's just the thing. You don't want a child. He's like a kid. And you don't want him in charge. I was looking at something about what's that governor in Alaska?
Sarah Palin. She used to be.
Yeah, she used to be.
Palin.
I was looking at a movie clip on her. That woman is stupid.
I ain't mean to go.
These are the people that the Republican picked. They don't even know how government works. She was asked a question about how government works. She didn't have an answer.
Wow.
So
she's a governor. She was a governor.
Yeah, she was a governor. So that tells you the Republicans don't pick you on what your resume is as far as you in government. They pick how you would look standing next to them.
Yeah.
That's it. So that's what I'd say.
It was so interesting last night that and looking at the debate, there were several things that J.D. Vance got away with, and even when they were trying to tell him he had I call it the Republican-itis. Most Republicans, when they're responding to the media these days, try to overtalk the commentator. and try to run it their way, and that was going on. Uh, I don't know where people get this. If you did a lousy job, you just did a lousy job. And if you know that you're not qualified for the position, you ain't qualified for the Donald Trump trying to stay out of jail. And he knows that the only way that he's going to probably be able to do anything or get anything that way is to win this election. I'm not saying if the man was qualified, let the best man win or woman win, fine. But he ain't even qualified. You can look at it. He could probably can't. They ought to give him the test that they used to give to people here in the South. Our ancestors here in the South, they used to give him these tests. They ought to give him a test to see if he knows what is the Constitution. Can you spell Constitution? What are the Bill of Rights? What is the executive and the legislative and the judicial branches and their functions? If you ask him that's one question. All I had to ask is one question. And I guarantee he gonna be mad, jump off the stage, do something, try to do something. He can't whoop me. It wouldn't be a fight. He would be rather upset because he don't know anything about governing or how he was a president of a country in government, head of this government, our government, nuclear codes and all. This man had control over him, and he knows nothing. And I say it again, I don't know why people, they ought to let us loose on him. If I had him for 5 minutes, he'd be gone in 2. If I had him on for 5, he would be gone in 2, because something, this man really doesn't know how government functions, nor does he know how it operates. The lie that J.D. Vance told Brother Lee and I said what I said. He says that, what did he say? It was a peaceful transition of power. Oh, he left and this and that. He never would answer that question. Do you feel that the president was, do you still feel that the presidential election was stolen? He couldn't answer that. Do you feel like your boss or the man that you're with? Do you feel like he is? Is he up to par? They make it seem like this man is the best thing since sliced bread. If anything that I learned, Brother Lee, and I want you to see what you feel, and I said what I said. If anything, they just made the choice that we have to make pretty easy, because even though the vice president, that position is a standby position, and they do have certain rights and they do have certain duties that they do, like president of the Senate. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm so sorry. President of the Senate or any other functions, ceremonial functions that they have. They might have to go overseas, attend state funerals in behalf of the president, certain things that they do, but they still vital. Something happens to the president, that person is right there immediately. They are president. So I'm not taking it lightly, but Brother Lee, they got up there and the man was sitting up there and they said the man had eyelashes or some kind of mascara. I said what I said. I don't know what it was, but the comparison that I want to see if we make as we continue to go forward, I want to know is there any comparison between the two, or you just know that we ain't supposed to even go to him to vote for him or anything? What comparisons can you make, Brother Lee? I said what I said about J.D. Vance and Mr. Waltz.
Well, I'll let our sister go first.
Well, there's no comparison. And, like I said, JD got up there and lied gracefully. And just because you're calm and not showing out and not calling Tim Waltz names doesn't mean you're saying anything. And so now let's keep in mind, JD Vance was against Trump just 2 years ago. He talked about him, said he wasn't qualified. And, he said this and that and the other about him. And they asked him about that last night. And
sure
so,
did.
Yeah, they did. And he had to change his position. He said he evolved. And so it's all a facade. They know that they know Trump is not qualified to be the president. There's no comparison. There's no comparison to J.D. Vance and Waltz. And the reason why I say that, J.D. Vance doesn't have any government experience. This is the first time that he's in government. And with the first time he became a senator. Now, he is book smart because he did go to college. And I'm not saying that he's stupid, But what he's doing is he's playing the Republican game.
Yeah.
And they all know that Trump is not qualified, but they're just trying to prop him up to make him look qualified, to try to persuade the public that he's qualified. And Vance wouldn't answer any questions last night. He skirted around everything. He changed the subject every time the ladies asked him a question. And so Tim Walz had a lot of policy. Whether you agree with it or not, agree with him or not, he actually answered all the questions. And like I said, the Republicans really don't even want Trump. But Trump, for whatever reason, he's just bulldozed his way through, and he made it through to be the president, and he don't want to go anywhere. He likes the power. He likes the money that he make while he's in office. And like you said, he's running from those court cases because we all know if he become the president, everything that's federal, he's going to dismiss that. And everything that's in the states, he's going to more than likely and allegedly, this is my opinion, he's going to threaten he's going to threaten Governor Brian Kemp. He's going to threaten Arizona. Wherever he have those cases, he's going to make sure that they disappear one way or the other. And even if he don't threat them, he'll be in charge of the attorney general. So he'll have the attorney general some kind of way dismiss those cases. So he'll get it done. You can rest assured of that. So, Trump is really running for his life, in my opinion.
Wow. You're listening to WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. This is the Mac Man Morning Show. Brother Lee, what you got to say about the situation? I mean, this just really, man, I mean, what is the comparison between the two? Or is there any comparison to? I know that there are. I want to know what you feel about this person. I mean, he is intelligent. He didn't holler and screaming. Like I said, they did respect each other by shaking hands. At least they shook hands and act like they were good opponents. What do you think about it? What other takeaways do you have on this?
Well, I would say this. The office of the president and the vice president is a serious job. And I'm going to say this. It's a job that very few are qualified to do. I mean, you got to understand what's entailed by that job. You got to know something about everything. And nobody knows something about everything, but you can learn and listen and comprehend and have good people around you and take their advice and be able to sort out what's bad advice and what seems like good advice. You can't possibly. That job is tremendous. Probably the hardest job you'll ever take on this planet, because it's not like running a corporation where you're dealing with one product, one service. You're dealing with everything, 100 products, 1,000 products, 1,000 services, and you're dealing with people. So to say Vance is smart, you can't possibly be. You got to be humble, if anything. And then intelligence takes over. Humble first. Because to know the gigantic, enormous responsibility of that job, to want a job like that, you have to understand what you're undertaking. And see, the thing is about Donald Trump, let's talk about him for a second. Here's a man that is clearly not qualified. And we say, yeah, you know what? You know who I'm upset with? I'm not upset, but I'm not pleased with, is the people who support him. To support somebody such as this, and that you got a choice to support who you like, but that tells me something about you, about the friends that you keep, the company that you keep. Now, this is like this. They pick Donald Trump to be their company that they keep. So you look at that person who's keeping that company, you say, well, you got a thief walking around with you shaking your hand. So you must be a thief too, or want to be a thief. You got a criminal that you call your friend, and he tells you I'm a criminal, but you still let him at your parties. You still let him at your events. You got somebody said, I don't mind grabbing women by the private parts, but he's your friend. You say you're a Christian. You say you a person of God, but yet and still you got somebody that says he can hold a Bible and don't even know what's in it. So when these people say we're a Christian country and half of them support Donald Trump, That's a lie. You're not a Christian. You don't believe in anything but what Donald Trump promises to give you. So shame the devil. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Be who you are. If you support Donald Trump, say you worship the devil. Say you don't believe in the truth. Say you will support a liar. Just say that. I would respect you better if you came out and said, I believe in nothing but what that man can put in my pocket. And that's what I gotta say.
Well, it's very well. Listen, folks, we're at the point in our didn't know that things were going to go as they're going. But we got a solution for that problem. That means get up and get out there and go and vote. Let me say something, and I want to tie this in. And I was going to say this earlier, and I wanted to make sure that I stay on that even keel of what I'm about to say. I'm very disappointed with the Democratic Party of the state of Mississippi. I've heard nothing. I see nobody. Those of y'all those members of the Democratic Party that's in the bushes, y'all be watching and everything. I know that you're there. It's okay. This is a free country. Thank God so far. Hopefully it will be even freer after the 5th of November. But I'm disappointed in how I'm not hearing about. I know that we promote on this channel, and all of you, you have a right to promote your candidate. You pay the fee. You promote your candidate if you like on any public television, unless they restrict you or something for various reasons. You're welcome here. We ain't gonna turn you back. We want to see what you got to say, but we got no response from either side, which is kind of unusual. It has never happened in an election cycle that Mississippi has been so quiet in what they're doing. This is the last bowl of segregation. Really, it's here. It's not open. Racism, it's here. They try to duck and hide with it and laugh. And other people, our folks, we laugh and joke and grin with folks that don't like us. We patronize their stores. We patronize their shops. We give them business. We're great consumers. We're the great consumers. But when it comes down to us as a people, we always have to be last. We got to be first in saving this country. We got to step up to the plate and fight with the monsters of politics and different things, even just to try to get along. And I was looking on the news wires yesterday evening, Brother Lee, and I said what I said to bring me up to this point. With everything that's getting ready to go on, I heard nothing positive from the Republican side about the situation. They want a disaster. They want this country to even be closed down. They were trying their best to shut the government down at the orders of one man. How could one, I mean, this is powerful. One man can influence you, or a system has influenced you to a point. You know this man is lying. You know these folks are, and I know that the Republicans are of old that set the party up like it did as rolling over in their various resting places, and that's graves. And they spin it around because of this situation that's happening now. It's not doom and gloom. We know what we need to do. We need to support the candidate that's going to keep things going. Get your business in order, folks. Get your business in order. Get your finances, your houses in order, because we got some trying times coming. I'm not predicting doom and gloom. We don't know what's going to happen with this longshoreman situation, but we know we got a major election that's right at our heels, folks, right at our heels. We can't be weary in our well-doing. We're going to have to continue to keep on. I want to ask you all something again, like I was saying to our panel about this strike. What about this strike? Now, I got pictures. People were sending me stuff. And wait a minute. Let me finish for a second. Hold on one second. And I'll let me bring this point out that I heard these things that were going on. I heard a lot of things in the with our country in the background. We got some, like I said, some shady things that are going on, but this strike is really concerning me. There are people all over the country that are saying that the stores are empty. If that's so, y'all talk in the chat. Have y'all heard anything like that? If you have, I said what I said. I'm concerned about this strike. Can you give me any other details, any details that you have about what's going on with this strike? I'm really concerned about it.
Okay, James. Well, let's go to break and then I'll give you my take on it, okay? You're listening to WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial, the Mac Man Morning Show, and we'll be right back with you.
All right.
America, we are not going back. We are not going back. We are not going back.
I don't know about you, but I'm not going back. If you're not going back, vote Diane Black. Again, if you're not going back, vote Diane Black for U.S. Representative, 1st Congressional District of Mississippi, November 5th, 2024. Vote Diane Black.
Paid for by Friends of Diane Black.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know, get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
Enough electoral votes, more than 270, more than enough to become the 44th President of the United States. He will be the first African-American President of the United States.
I've been broke all my life, but I kept hope all them nights. You see business in my city? Yeah, they closed all them twice. I was just riding down Salem, all them damn potholes I can't drive. I know y'all can fix it faster, but I know y'all won't try. Don't nobody care about us, and that's why I don't vote. Voted for Obama back in 2012, I remember that's when I had hope. He was saying, yes, we can, and everybody got less food stamps. And when I turned 21, I was still broke, I'd never vote again. I don't think I ever had a president make my life better. Did it all on my own, ain't no politician ever do a nice gesture. I don't even know the mayor's name, I ain't never seen her one time ever. Tell me how she gonna help the city. What I'm supposed to do, write letters? What I'm supposed to do, blame Trump? He ain't never really gave a ain't nobody raised minimum wage. None of these jobs pay enough. I think they just wanna keep us broke, cause they ain't putting nothing in place for us. This how all my people feel, but we gotta learn. We complained enough, let me change it up. Everything I just said, everybody I know think the same way. See, they don't wanna see us vote, and we never do, so we see the same thing. But all our votes really do count, and they'll never really let it show. So now I'm finna break it down, cause if I don't, you would probably never know. First thing first, you know back in middle school when they taught us, it was 3 branches of the government. We forgot it when we got older. It's the judicial, the legislative, and executive. But all we know is the executive. That's the mayor or the governor and the president. Now none of them three people make no laws, they just be checking them. The laws come to their desk and all they do is say no or yes to it. So when the news station tried to tell us that Barack Obama couldn't put us on, we was all salty at Obama when it was the Congress members all along. We gotta focus on the legislative branch, yeah, they the ones that make the laws. Yeah, they the ones write how much food stamp money you get on the card. But when people that wanted to help us wanted the job, I know they probably lost. Cause we ain't even know their name, we ain't know their face, we ain't know it all. So the Congress or the State House, that's legislative, they make laws. So what we want from the president is what they do, okay y'all? See, they election every 2 years, but we don't ever even go to those. The Congress, they can raise minimum wage, but we ain't even really know it though. So you know how back in 08, when we all voted for Obama, we was all supposed to go back in 2010 and vote for the Congress. Cause they the ones make child support laws, they the ones choose if your kids at school get to eat steak or corn dogs. The State House make the court costs. So if the country failed, then you can't say it's them, it's your fault. Cause y'all ain't know to vote for Congress members that was for y'all. And they don't gotta leave after 4 years, and we just let them sit. See, they don't wanna tell you this, they want you to focus on the president. Now the third branch is the judicial, that's judges. They the reason why John Crawford and Trayvon ain't had justice. So when Meek Mill got locked up just for popping willies, we blame the judge and not the city when they let her get voted in. Cause they ain't know who to vote against. Imagine life on the other side. Roads better, schools better, everybody get their license back. Grocery store food better, custody of your kids back. Homeless people get new shelters. If we gon' fix the U.S., we gotta start with them 2 letters, me and you. Somebody told us that the government wanna keep us broke, but the only reason why those people in the government is cause we ain't vote. And I ain't talking about the president, I'm talking about the ones we ain't know. See, they was gonna try to keep it low, but it's gonna hurt them when they see the pros.
Every time you stay home, someone is making a decision about you, making decisions about the air you breathe, the water you drink, the food your kids eat, and how much money you bring home every 2 weeks. So every time you sit out an election, every time you don't show up because you think it doesn't matter, someone else is happy that you didn't show up, so they can make that decision for you. Vote.
We here at the MacMan Morning Show advocate voting. I don't know, you're going to hear that word a whole lot around here. And we're going to continue to do that we do. That was Yellow Pain, y'all. He will be here. We're working all of the details out. Please don't miss this exclusive interview with our wonderful panel. I said what I said, Brother Lee, myself, and Brother Ryan is coming. Y'all going to meet Ryan. You'll hear his voice. We want to thank Dr. J. And I said what I said for the wonderful work and for our staff for the wonderful work that they're doing with bringing you interesting people that will be coming. Brother Lee, this young man, I talked with him and I said what I said. I talked with him. I talked with him briefly at the Democratic Party had a retreat. The Congressional Black Caucus did, from all of the Congress people, the African American Congress people from around the country came together for their retreat, and he was there. I was so impressed with him, and I was so taken aback, not by his style of music. I'm not a hip hop expert or anything like that, but what his words that he was saying and the audience that this young man reaches and the following that he has. MacMan Morning Show, we're going to have guests in the house on Friday, so we're going to need everybody. We got to clean the house up, make sure everything is done. You don't want people to come and we don't treat them nice. We're going to ask our chat members and our people that are everywhere, our regular, our stalwarts, the people that are here, make them feel comfortable when they come here. This is going to be their first experience on our show. Mr. Yellow Pain, that's what I'll call him, sir. I know that you're listening, sir. We're going to make sure that this is going to be one to remember. Mississippi, you need to hear this young man. Make sure that you let your young people in your house say, listen to this Yellow Pain guy. Listen to what he has to say for those stubborn children that think that they can call shots now in the house. You know, they got those types. I ain't eating this. You ain't doing this. I ain't doing this. And we let them get away with it. This time, you go grab that boy, that girl, and you tell them, we going to vote. And you let them know. I'm not saying do nothing by force or nothing like that. I'm just saying make it clear that everything in your house will vote. I'm not saying who to vote for. That's your business. But I think that the comparison is very, very clear to us, especially after last night. It was no need to fight. There was no need to argue. There was no need to call any names. It was some cool combat, as I would say. You know, Donald Trump is always going to bring his foolishness. I'm just going to tell the truth. He don't know what he's doing. He don't know anything about government. That's just like a electrician trying to do a heart transplant. You ain't going to be able to do it. You don't have the skills, the know-how, nor the tools. You got the wrong tools, sir. You're not even a good businessman. And I think we all know about him and what he does. As we continue with our show, I wanted to take focus on some things as we approach this election. This is not the only election that we'll be experiencing coming into these months. We got January 2025. The municipal elections will start in the state of Mississippi. Alderman, mayor, and all those other positions, special elections for different seats and different things. And the Lexington, Mississippi situation is bothering me, folks, because there is really the Department of Justice went down to Lexington, Mississippi. And I'm trying to keep this on your mind so you can spread the word and that we can get Diane Black as the U.S. representative for the 1st Congressional District of Mississippi. That's why it's so important that you elect these people. Go vote the ballot, vote down ballot, vote down ballot. All of those are, don't forget the Congress. She needs, or the vice president, any president, they're going to need Congress people in place to support their initiatives for our country. Don't forget about Diane Black. I don't care who. Y'all voting for Kamala Harris in Mississippi in the 1st Congressional District. Every vote for her will be a vote for, every vote for the vice president will be a vote for Mrs. Black. I endorsed her personally as the host of this show. It's my endorsement. It's not the endorsement of WKRA or its affiliates. It isn't. It's the MacMan Morning Show, Mac Media 3 Productions. We support the vice president. That's on us. But I'm asking you, early voting, not early voting, they should have early voting, but absentee voting is started in Mississippi. Go to your county clerk's office. It don't take you no time to vote. Go on in there. They got the machines already and they got the polling equipment that's up. Go in on your lunch break, on your way home. They stay open, I think, until they extended their hours until 7 o'clock in the evening. I know that they're going to be on duty on Saturdays up until about 12 o'clock or something like that. There are various schedules. Check your county courthouse and your circuit court or wherever you go to vote. Find out where your polling place is. Your polling place may be changed. You may be voting at the First Baptist and they down at the Church of God in Christ. It's a church, but then they didn't tell you, and you go to the old place, then you get mad and go away and not vote. Please don't go away and not vote. The boss got to get mad. I'm not telling y'all to lose y'all job or nothing. If you got one of them kind of bosses or something, eliminate all of that absentee vote. Or contact your county clerk or your election officials and ask for a absentee ballot. They will send it to you. Please vote and send it back. Get you a stamp, vote, take it to your county courthouse, take it to that clerk, make sure that they get it, seal it right. Sign your name on the envelope like it will be signed at the poll. They're going to do everything that they can to try to snatch this vote. They're already starting. I've heard of people that their signs are being missing and things. Don't go in front of certain people's houses, try to take their signs out of their yard. This is Mississippi's open carry state. I feel sorry for you. I know a good undertaker. If you do trespass on people's right, leave these people alone. If you say that you're for somebody, be for them. Don't be causing no problems. Don't cause any problems. Just go in, vote, and come on out of there. Go sit down at your favorite comfortable place. Turn on WKRA 92.7 FM that night, or you can do it even better as we do. Those of you that are around the country that listen to us and follow our show, YouTube on November the 5th, there will be election coverage. WKRA and the McMahon Morning Show going to come together, and we're going to give some results of what's happening. Our wonderful correspondent and our chief contributor will be there too, along with other guests from around the country to give the tallies and the reaction of the vote, what happened on that day. So it's going to be a busy day here at our studios and at WKRA. We're going to be on top of this election and its coverage. That is our job. That is what we do. And inspiration and information. All right, we're here at our second half of our show. I think I talked about some of the things that happened in the debate. We want to say hello to all of you that just came into the chat. Just like to say hello to the Bushes again, Dr. J, everybody. Good morning to you. Listen, wait a minute. I said all of that. Got that all out of the way because I think sometimes we forget. Don't forget, folks, please don't have amnesia. Don't have amnesia now. Wait until later, but get yourselves together. Listen, it's important that we vote. What kind of activities are you seeing in your regions? I said what I said, and Brother Lee, what's going on? How is the campaigns going? Various campaigns in your area going. What's going on in your areas? How about you, Brother Lee, or brother? Sister. I said what I said. How about that? I'm calling you sister. I said what I said. Okay, Lee, you
That's
having
right.
that effect on
Respect on it, James.
sister. I said what I said. Okay,
like
come
that.
on, sister.
I
All right,
like
so
that, James.
Brother Lee and Sister, I said what I said. That's your new name now. Do I
Okay.
have your? All right, there you go.
Sure.
All right,
But
Sister, I said what I said. Go ahead.
in my region, James, they're doing the same thing. I just seen a news article for our local news where they're actually taking people's signs out their yards also. And so, it's not just going on in your area, it's going on in my area also. And yeah, these people are upset because I think Senator Cruz is in trouble with his campaign also. Colin Allred is really, I think they're even at this point within the margin of error. And so it's projected that Senator Cruz may possibly lose his seat. And, the Democrats do get excited every 4 years about trying to turn Texas blue. With the abortion rights and with Senator Cruz voting all the rights down, people are upset about that. And we've actually had we've had women who's been in dire need and has been in real big trouble because, they tried to go to the hospital and they couldn't get the health care that they needed. And so it's a lot of women in Texas that's fired up on both sides of the aisle. So Senator Cruz is definitely in trouble.
Wow. Brother Lee?
Well, I would like to say, one thing I like to say first is, in life, and you live in your life, when you do nothing, I guarantee you something bad will happen. So that goes for government, that goes in everything that you do in life. When you do nothing, something bad will happen. I guarantee it. You sit on your hands and say, I'm not going to go to work. Well, you're going to be homeless. You get up, you don't go to the doctor, say, I'm not going to do nothing. I don't want to hear it. I guarantee you may get sick. So if you do nothing, something bad will happen. So get up. When you say, well, I'm not going to vote, I don't like this person, that person, I'm not particularly excited. Thing is, a no vote is a yes vote for Donald Trump. So when you thinking that you're voting for no one, Oh, you voting for the opposition. You voting for the fact that you have no control when something comes along and you see a law happens where the police are stopping and throwing you out the car not reading your rights, not giving you your rights, and you say, how did this happen? Well, you stayed home. You know, when your schools, you look at your schools and you see how your schools are, and you say they're not getting any better, you're staying home, not just for the president, for the legislature too. Like Brother Payne said,
Yeah.
he said, which he makes a very good point, which I believe too, is that when you don't follow through, not just on the the executive branch, the legislative branch, and we got to abolish this Supreme Court. It's nonsense. And we got to face the fact it doesn't serve a real purpose. It doesn't anymore. It's
Right.
a partisan judicial system. It doesn't work for the people anymore because the terms are too long. Lifetime, that's what you give a king or a queen, a dictator. They shouldn't have the same rights as a dictator and say they're a judicial branch. They're not a judicial branch if you're lifetime. You know, so that's one thing we gotta change some of this Constitution. It's not working for the people at the bottom, the people in the middle. You know, it serves the people at the top. And you know what we say? Well, you know what the Donald Trump says? He gets you excited about the poor people are coming for you. No, the rich people are coming for you. He get the rich people get you excited about the poor. They say the poor is your problem. The poor people are taking your job. Listen, the rich want the middle class to fight with the poor. And they're not the problem. The rich is the problem. See, the rich throws the rock and hides their hands. They tell you, yeah, your problem is why you don't have good schools is because the poor is taking your jobs. But the thing is, the rich is sending your jobs overseas. The rich is investing in other countries. The rich is not investing in the United States. Mostly everything is made somewhere else. That's done by the rich, not the poor, not the middle class. So we got to look at who we should be angry with is the rich. Those millionaires, those billionaires, we have trillionaires now.
Yeah.
So if this country is so poor, where we get these trillionaires from? So that's what we got to look at. We got to be mad at the right people, at the right class. The rich they don't even vote, but they control most of the country. They don't even vote. See, rich people don't vote. They don't have to because they get you to vote for them. You vote the way they want you to. That's why they spend billions of dollars to get you to vote a certain way. Why you think they spend because they believe in something? The rich believe in making more money. That's what I have to say.
I said what I said. There's a thing going around, and I wanted to bring you up. I think you have an update on us about the port worker strike, and we're going to go into that in a couple of seconds. But you're exactly right, Brother Lee. Man, we get the wrong information. We're mad at the wrong people. One, don't get mad. Don't boo. Go vote, y'all, please. And it's not going to solve all of our problems. We got to put some skin in the game, too. Our communities, our neighborhoods, we got to get the resources in place to help those that need help. We can talk about people all day. We can talk about the young folks all day. Yeah, some things going on, but there's a disconnect somewhere with the families that we know and with the people that we know. This Project 2025 is real. Let me say that again for the people that are in the back. The Project 2025 is their playbook to do. They ready And they really feel that, and I know they're not going to win. I believe that in my heart that they're not going to succeed. But look at how frightening this is, that people have come up with a plan to disenfranchise the majority of the people in this country. It's about finance and color. I mean, what? I don't, it baffles me today that we're all human beings. We're all different. We come in different shapes, sizes, and colors and everything, and we can't get along because of a person's color. How stupid. Racism and racism is crazy, and racism is stupid with the person that does it. If you're racist, you're stupid whether you're on either side of the aisle. Hating is not going to get you anywhere. Get informed about the things that are going on in your community. Know who's running, even for judge. Somebody was talking about the judges. Alice was saying about the judges situation. Listen, there's a ballot, folks, with initiatives. There's a ballot with different people for different positions that have dropped out. Know who's running your government. Know who's running and doing the things that they do. Now, every politician is not going to make you happy. This is how they get the job. Hopefully the best person gets the job. But you have an opportunity right now to do the research that you don't take a whole college course to figure out where these people are. They're telling you what they're going to do. I mean, blatantly telling you, we're going to destroy the Department of Education. We're going to eliminate the EPA. We're going to eliminate this, that. The Civil Rights Division of the Justice Department is going to be fooled with. There's not going to be what civil rights for when they got all the rights. What they don't need civil rights. They don't need to be segregated or desegregated or whatever the case may be. Those that hold the power, we let people that hold the power instead of the people holding the power. We got to get ourselves together first before we go pointing the finger at somebody. What do you say about that, Brother Lee? Sister, I said what I said. Sister, I said what I said.
James, they're trying to do one class of people. They're trying to decimate, get rid of the middle class, and everybody's going to be one class, and they're trying to make everybody poor. And you're going to have two classes of people. You're going to have the poor, and you're going to have the rich, and we're almost there because our middle class is almost gone at this point. And you're absolutely right. They're sending all the jobs overseas. And so the only jobs that's left is a bunch of low wage service jobs, and so it's all the plan of the Project 2025, and so they want you to be, Trump said he liked low informed people. They don't want you to be informed. They don't want you to be educated, and they definitely don't want you to vote. You see how hard they're trying to make it for you to vote because. Let's keep it real. The Republicans really, the only way that they can win is by the Electoral College. They always lose the regular vote. They lose that, but they don't lose the Electoral College, and that's the only way that they can win at this point because the popular vote really don't want the Republican Party in office, and they're doing everything they can to hold on to the power. I did have a little snippet of a video about the ports, and I just want to give you guys an update. They're fighting right now. We don't really have time to watch the video because we're running out of time. But at those ports, they're actually fist fighting. They fighting physically. And so I don't know where this strike is going to head to. But like I said, go stock up because it looked like this strike is going to be, it's going to go on for a minute. I don't think it's going to be a week or two. I believe these people are really going to fight for their rights. And I don't know how long it's going to take everybody to come together at the table. But the fight is on at this point. So I'll go ahead and turn it back over to you, James.
Well, I hope that the administration gets in place and does what they need to do to solve this situation before it happens. And we have a great task before us and ahead of us. We got to get our government together. Vote, folks. Listen, you're at the end of our show. We're here Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Central Time on WKRA 92.7 7 on your FM dial. I'd like to say thank you to Brother Lee and to Sister, I said what I said, our chief correspondent, for doing a wonderful job this morning. Thank you all for being here on this show. We'll be back here tomorrow morning at the same time, same place. We got an interesting thing. I got some research to do. Y'all going to like all of our shows, but I'm pretty sure that you'll be interested in this. We thank you for being with us. This is the Magman Morning Show on WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. We'll see you back here tomorrow on the Magman Morning Show.
It's the Magman Morning Show. It's the Magman Morning Show. It's the Magman Morning Show. It's the Magman Morning Show. Sitting at home when you're in your car. It's the Magman Morning Show. No matter if you get far. It's the Magman Morning Show. You better tune in quick or you might just miss. It's the Magman Morning Show. The best show this side of the sea. It's the Magman Morning Show. 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 It's the Magman Morning Show.